Hi and welcome back to our channel. In this video we're looking at our Oshkosh 2023 arrival. Now we had the best time at Oshkosh this year, but unfortunately it did not come without some failures. We lost camera batteries, we lost audio, and our arrival was really screwed up by some external factors and maybe some internal ones as well. For now, let's go on the flight and enjoy the video.
Alright, so that was the start of our Oshkosh season. Just doing some air work here with Charlie. Charlie and I used to fly back at Airflight when we used to fly the 402s. So every time we come to Oshkosh, we kind of hang out. He's got a nice Comanche. We took off from Tamiami this morning at 2 a.m. in the morning. One wasn't very happy to wake up that early. I don't think anybody was, to be honest. Were you happy, George?
I was ecstatic.
We just got fuel here in Indiana, going around some weather, Lafayette, Indiana, and then it should be a straight across to 57 Charlie. That's an hour from our present position. We're going to meet another Comanche up there, join up as a flight of 3, and then coming to Oshkosh. Charlie keeps moving back and forth. I'm trying to figure out where the heck he is. As we get up north, a lot more people are talking to each other on air-to-air, so it makes it a little bit more challenging. But anyways, we have about an hour.
About an hour and a half, 2 hours total just to get to Oshkosh. We're about an hour and 10 minutes away from where we're meeting Hunter.
Yeah, that's basically the same thing. So we're about an hour where we're meeting the other Comanche, and then we're joining up from there. So yeah, so we'll go back to you guys once we join up with the other Comanche in 57 Charlie. I'm not sure where that is. Just south of the airport, and then we'll continue as a flight of 3 all the way to Oshkosh. Hopefully the weather holds up. Right now, our 530 is lit up, but it looks pretty good outside for now. Just dark. But hey, no sun. So anyways, we'll talk soon. We got a picture of them. Of that tree down there, get tayo well.
Oh, I got it.
You might want to come, Charlie, on my port side so that the sun lights your plane up.
Alright.
Oh my God, it's so close. It makes me so nervous. Give me a second. I'm going to turn my autopilot on to make this easier for me.
This is crazy.
So right now we're just coming up on the Chicago shoreline. We have Charlie behind us. I pulled the power back, but he's making his Comanche suffer, not on purpose. But hopefully he can catch up to us. He's wide open and coming at full steam, so he should be able to catch us, and then we'll be able to fly the shoreline together. Severely clear out here today, which is kind of nice. This is part of the experience of coming to Oshkosh, is this, you know, like, yeah, you know, getting to Oshkosh is cool, but the whole of, like, meeting up, getting everybody together, and this is awesome. Like, you know, this is part of the experience. Okay, so, a little bit of circling around while we joined up, but now we're coming up. He's coming in. The second Comanche is coming in on the flight. And we got Charlie on the right, so we're good.
Okay, so let's go over the arrival and where we screwed up. So, well, where I screwed up. We started off at Endeavor. This is how long the arrivals were. So they were all the way out to Endeavor. Normally, like the last times I've been to Oshkosh, I normally come into Green Lake and just over to Ripon and go on. But on this flight, they made us start all the way at Endeavor, and the conga line was all the way out here. A lot of traffic. If you go on ADSB and look at the amount of traffic that was out here, it was scary. So we joined up down here as a flight of 3, and then came up and joined over Ripon, and continue all our arrival all the way over to Ripon. From there, we go over to Fisk, and let's go look at Fisk. Okay, so we were at Ripon, and then from Ripon, we fly all the way to Fisk. And now Fisk is where all the excitement really gets going, because that's where you get your runway assignment, that's where you get your rock your wings, and everybody's just going bananas here. You got airplanes descending down from higher altitudes to lower altitudes to join the same altitude to come into the airport. It can really be a mess, and that's where they really have that discretion. So since we're coming in as a flight of 3, we really wanted to land north. They were landing runway 36 and runway 27. The reason for that is because when we go to runway 36, we have a lot more room to make that turn into the runway. And obviously as a flight of 3, we don't want to be necessarily losing a lot of altitude and descending down to the airport. But unfortunately, the controllers over Fisk, which also made us rock our wings as a flight, never done that before, send us over to runway 27. So we followed the railroad tracks all the way to runway 27 and joined a downwind for runway 27. And now it gets even more exciting. So when we were in runway 27, there was an airplane that was landing runway 36. That airplane went around, and now he was on a collision course with us coming over. So here's the flight coming in runway 27. This airplane takes off and it starts climbing. They stop him on the climb and goes this way. So that screwed up our arrival to runway 27. So then they were like, okay, well, we want you guys to fly all the way over to the lake. We're going to set you guys up for runway 36. And I was like, oh, thank God, we're getting 36. That's the runway that we really wanted because of spacing. Now, mind you, you always tell your students and you always teach everybody, like, be the pilot in command and tell them what you need and they'll give you what you want. Well, yes, we can do that, but we were at Oshkosh, one of the busiest airports in the world. If we were to ask for stuff just because we wanted to do something nicer or make it cleaner, they were going to send us all the way back to Endeavor and start the conga line all over again. And definitely that's not what we wanted to do. So we're like, okay, we'll give them the best that we can based on the circumstances. So we went over to the lake and we were supposed to hold over the lake, but all they really did was once we got over the lake, they sent us down on the downwind for runway 36. Now, if you were picking to land an airplane on runway 36, that is a flight, you probably want to go and send them to 36 left, which is an actual runway really wide, not 36 right, which is a taxiway and very narrow. Let's switch to that slide to take a look at that. So here's what the arrival looks like for runway 27. You come over, you stay on this side of the gravel pit, and you'll see that on our video. You'll actually see the gravel pit. We'll point that out. And then you make a right base, right final, runway 27 and land. Here you're losing a lot of altitude and you're also making some really tight turns into this pattern for runway 27. That's what we want to be doing in a formation. So now let's look at runway 36 right and see the difference. This is the arrival for runway 36 right, the initial runway that we wanted. It brings us out here through Fisk Avenue and we get to make just one left turn base to final to runway 36. And that's a very shallow, we can make that a very shallow turn because we're not going to really overshoot or really put anybody in harm's way. Other than just obviously stay out of the caution area for the ultralight vehicles. So 36 mapped is an actual runway, 36 right. You can see here it's just a taxiway that would make it a runway for Oshkosh. And it's a very narrow taxiway. Well, in our case, they send us over to 36 right. Here's another thing where I would have said if I should have been a little bit, maybe asking the controller saying, hey, can we get 36 left since we're a flight of 3? But I didn't do that, so as we're coming down on the downwind here, we kind of start to split off and start to come back. Everybody starts doing their own thing so that we can make it, to runway 36 right as safe as possible that we can. So we couldn't really do that nice, beautiful three aircraft, landing at the same runway at the same time. Right away to Oshkosh, which is everything that we've been talking about for the entire 6 months prior to Oshkosh. But anyways, we landed at 36 right, and then they crossed us over and started taxiing us all over for the airport for a couple hours. But that's where we really screwed up. That's better than fairly to Oshkosh. Let's go back to the video.
It's a nice paint job.
Appreciate it, man.
I think that's not 172. No, it's not a 172 because he's at fast altitude.
You still my avionic coming through your tip tank.
You can handle. All right, guys, we're going to start making our turn. That looks like it's a 172 descending to the slow altitude.
That's Fisk Avenue. All right. Throw it out there for me. Let me see the wing depth. We'll assess the half mile southwest. There's a hole. He's just going to fall right in. Good, Rock. You're going to...
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know if this guy's going to descend or what. He looks like a 172.
On runway 27.
Cherokee 6, 1 o'clock, 500 Blue Owl.
All the way to Endeavor? Yeah, all the way out to Endeavor. Sorry, we hate to do it, but there was just too many slow guys right there in front of you. I couldn't make it fit. The tower would have shut us off.
George, what are we following here?
It's on.
So it's Endeavor, then we're going out Puckaway Lake. So continue on this heading. It's gonna be a lake straight ahead.
36, 1800.
It's gonna be on your left hand side.
Yellow Highway, half mile southwest of Truckee Way.
But there's no road or anything they want us to follow.
No.
You're gonna go make a
It's just a
right
fix.
follow the east-west road to runway 36.
This Hunter guy's pretty fine.
The south of the railroad tracks. You turned out too early. I need you to turn back, come back up to the railroad track. That's good, Rock Cherokee. Continue up the railroad tracks. You're going to enter the right downwind to runway 27. Maintain 1,800 feet until you get established in the downwind. They're launching departures out below.
Feel so lame without tip tank.
This road, the Cirrus type of
Say again?
127.
I feel so lame without tip tank.
They make it look cool. I thought of putting them like bombs or something, but then I realized, probably won't let me fly into international countries and that stuff.
The entry point is Endeavor. And it's better if we can have the line worked out. You guys work it out by the time we get up here. I know it's not always possible, so we may have to send some folks out, but we hate to do it. But we can't get the tower bad feed or they'll shut us off and go into the hole. Then that gets a lot worse.
Well, the emotions are kicking in. We're almost there.
Everybody's doing a great job. Just make sure we're nose to tail. If you're inside of Ripon heading to Fisk, make sure that railroad track is right under the nose. Makes it real easy to find you. We got to be in a straight line, and if you're a little bit south, we don't catch it to the last minute. It scares the supervisor a little bit.
You can start heading towards that other lake as well. Like make start slightly left turn towards that lake.
Yeah, from here I got it. My
Good rock.
what I need to review is
join the east-west
the turn for 1-8 and
Yeah,
3-6.
I'll let you know.
Rock your wings at about a half mile southwest of Fisk. That's a good rock. You're going to get down to 1,800 feet.
11 o'clock.
And continue flying up the railroad tracks. You're going to right down to runway 27. So that was good. Got my low wing that's right over top of Fisk right now on the railroad tracks. Monitor tower 118.5. Make sure you stay at 1,800 feet before you turn the downwind. VTAL Bonanza, nice job. Don't catch that airplane in front of you. The tower will send you around probably, maybe. And monitor tower 126.6. The Cessna, go ahead.
It's a lot more stressful coming in on the flight than it is.
Head towards that east-west road. Dog leg up to it, Cessna. Oshkosh using 27 and 36 today. The Endeavor transition.
I'm ready to be on the ground.
I'm thirsty.
T-tail, half mile south of Fisk. Follow the railroad tracks north
Hungry.
bound the runway 27.
Frequency is going to be 1266.
To acknowledge. Hey, that's a good rock. Just keep doing that. Go up the railroad tracks and 1,800 until you turn the downwind. They're departing out underneath of you. T-tail monitor tower 1.5. Looks like you got a light in the wing, in the left wing. You're not thunder tires. There you are. Okay, that's a good rock. We're going to 3-6. You're going to follow the biplane ahead of you. Sorry you don't have thunder tires, but the binoculars make everything look so big.
Alright, we're coming up over Fisk.
Start the right turn for me, try it. There you go. That's perfect. Good job, good job. Alright, do I have a flight of 3 that's inbound now?
That's correct, sir.
Flight of 3, roger. Half mile south of Fisk. Rock your wings. That's a good route for the flight of 3. You're going to continue up the railroad tracks. We'll maintain 1,800 feet. If you're higher than that, start down to 1,800 feet. Maintain that until you turn the right down. It's the Bonanza and 2 Moonies, right?
It's a Bonanza and 2 Comanches.
2 Comanches. All right, the eastbound tail dragger over the east-west road.
What did you say, 27?
27.
Flight of 3, monitor tower 1.
We're going down to...
So Cessna over.
Slow down, no?
It's the right pattern.
Tracks maintain 1,800 feet. Rock your wings to acknowledge. Good rock, just continue northeastbound. Other Cessna, you got a light in the left wing. Rock your wings.
Oh, this guy, we probably need to get the gear out.
Yep. Coming down with the gear.
Yeah, just rock. Can you see that airplane in front of you?
Yes, we can.
Okay, do not get any closer. If you can, stretch the space out a little bit. We got a little gap behind you, so kind of slow down. Let that build a little bit so the tower's got some room for you, okay?
Perfect. And if we can get 3-6, we love it.
No, unfortunately, the tower just had some go-arounds over there. It's kind of...
Let me know when you need me to switch.
So we got to go to 2-7 with everything. If you're northeast
2-7 is
Fisk right now, railroad track, 118.5. You guys have a great show.
118.5.
Yeah, we better slow down or they're going to send us around.
Endeavor transition, 1 mile in trail, nose to tail.
Keep slowing, keep slowing.
It's less than a mile in trail. We're going to have to break people out. Endeavor's an awfully long way to go back out. We try not to do it because we had a couple that were too close.
Slowing, buddy.
Towers kind of slowed us down a little bit. So we just got to work with it. And you guys have been doing great all morning. We really appreciate the help. We know you want to get to the show. We want you to get to the show. And we're going to do that just as fast as we can. All right, everybody's doing great. We're using runway 27 and
Switch the frequency.
Oshkosh. We got a high wing with...
Keep it coming around, runway 27, clear the lane out after the green dot. Keep coming around. Harbor, you mean?
Might not be thunder type.
Lance, drop your gear when you can. Flight of 3, stay high for me. Flight of 3, stay high.
Oshkosh Tower, White Sears demo. My traffic over the lake, turn right base now. And flight of 3, listen, flight of 3, I want you to hold that altitude, flight of 3. Once you get over the lakeshore, I want you to turn southbound. We're going to put you on 36, flight of 3.
Roger.
Answer, you have not put your gear down. I need you to put your...
I'm going to speed it up a little bit, guys. My flight of 3, right down runway 36, your contact down on 118.6. Sir, 1266, 26. Alright, guys. 26.6. Flight of 3, Bonanza is up on 26.6.
On the downwind, we're going to go to skinny runway into the right base for 36 right.
Flight base 36 right. Flight of 3. Time to switch over.
Flight of 3 Bonanza is coming for the right side, 36 right, the skinny runway, clean wind, enter after the red square, it'll be a high-speed taxi stand. My highway touchdown on the left side, just left in the grass.
Alright, gears on and locked. Alright, gears on. Clear green.
Nice job. Keep it all the way. Just keep the power going. High-speed taxiway all the way to the end. Welcome to Oshkosh.
Welcome to Oshkosh, George.
The remainder of the week consisted of exciting flybys, sitting by the runway with our friends, making ice creams and broils at the campgrounds, and so much more. We walked over 10,000 steps daily as we met up with vendors and friends, and at night we finished at the beer tent to debrief and plan what our day would look like the next day. On Wednesday night, we enjoyed the air show from the Hilton Hotel and saw the heavily anticipated fireworks show. It was a great finish to a busy week. Tomorrow is an early wake-up and hopefully some smooth flying to New York City.
Green and white highway.
Alright guys, so we had a great show. Right now we are getting ready to depart here at Oshkosh 2023. In the lineup here, we're probably about number 47 for departure. Just kidding. It's probably about 10-15 airplanes, so it should be quick to get out of here. Right now we're heading to CW, PDW, I believe that's what it is, guys. And gonna go see another Bonanza G36 for my friend. Look at that. Who's buying one? What, Duke? Oh yeah, Duke.
Nice work, everybody. 42 Romeo, runway 27, clear for takeoff. First bird dog, go ahead. Just hold
On
right
the
there.
road,
Get your flight
Aaron
behind you.
Jesperson are in the green.
750, line up and wait just past the orange dot. Actually, you know what? 750, just short of the orange dot. We're going to get this flight together. All right, flight, you ready to go, bird dogs?
Yes, sir.
Bird dog, flight 27, clear for takeoff. Good job, thank you. 750, line up and wait, right side, just past the orange dot. Thanks.